Hey Tristan, David Hood with TigerNet.com. Coach Luke, you've now had him for a full practice. You've now had a couple of practices, time in the film room with him. What are some of your biggest takeaways from his coaching and his style?
I mean, my first takeaway is how passionate he is. We were talking in the room. He was with us for 10 practices, and after we won the Gator Bowl, I see him crying with his family. It means a lot to him. And then his knowledge is unlike anything. He's been coaching for so long. Coaching, his experience is crazy. Like, I can go to him and ask questions about guys that are dominating the league now, like Laramie Tunsil and Michael Oher and Gray Little. There really isn't a limit to his knowledge. So that's what I love about him.
Obviously, drills are drills, all over the same, all over the place. But is there anything that he's brought that you're like, yeah, this is different. This is what I like. And any piece of information you go, man, I never knew that.
He has a big emphasis on playing like with your from the waist up. So playing with your eyes and simplifying things with your eyes allows you to play faster on the bottom half. He has a big emphasis on that and really details in playing the game within the game. We talk about a lot of stuff that maybe we didn't before, and maybe safety rotations and stuff like that. Noticing things in the secondary. So again, just always ties to his knowledge of the game.
John Rosenberg, Blake was talking about when Russell got here, just one of his main messages, talking about like Walt Disney or something like that, how the game was chipped. Like what you remember from kind of some of the messages given to you guys, what kind of the overarching point is.
Yeah, that was one of the best ones, but he's so intentional with everything. We were watching film today on a walkthrough that we did, and to go into the Walt Disney, like he says, no chip paint on any of the horses. So, it's not going to be perfect, but we're striving to be perfect, His message is just really family-oriented as well. Like, he's all about togetherness. He wants us to hang out outside the building and get as tight as possible. And he talks about, yeah, you're playing next to a guy, but do you really know him? Do you know his fears, his dreams? He says you play that much harder for somebody when you really know him. And we've been getting together and having one-on-one sessions to learn each other's whys and learn why we do what we do. And I feel like it'll help us, get together stronger and play better, ultimately.
About the scene with Ryan, after the whole game, I guess that kind of shocked me. Tell before that he was really playing a lot.
I could tell before that, to be honest. I could tell from the first practice we had with him. He came into the meeting and he just like flipped this switch, and like it was on. Like that's how he is about everything. And I feel like I'm an emotional guy, and I really get into the game, and I try to play with passion. So I think he's a great coach for me and for our room, because we feed off our energy. He's our leader, and we feed off of it. And he's in the locker room, not just addressing us, but the whole team. And guys, he an alpha dog. Guys follow him. Guys listen to him.
So you'd say like flip the switch, like was he like yelling or was he just like very like worked up?
Not really yelling. He's kind of intense, but it's not it's intense like dogging you. It's like he's getting his message across, and you could tell he cares and he's thinking about everything he's saying. He's not just saying things. Everything he's saying has intention.
Neary Parker, Greenville News. What's been your biggest adjustment with Coach Luke coming in and coaching O-line this season?
Biggest adjustment?
Yeah.
I say maybe just thinking pre-snap. I'm thinking a lot more pre-snap because he talked with me. Having my first year starting last year is you kind of got to get your feet under you. And now that I have that year of experience, I can start kind of playing the game within the game and trying to, just enhance all my technique and everything. But he's helped me a lot with – he meets you where you're at, really, because so many guys he's coached, he's seen so many different stories and so many different developmental stages that he knows where to meet each guy. Like, he knows exactly what you need to become the best version of yourself. So I'm really just trying to buy into that and be a sponge and absorb all the knowledge I can from him.
Glad you said that because, when you take a look at your body of work from last year, the physical part is there. mental mistakes, probably, would you say your biggest weakness?
Yes, sir.
So for that, how do you fix that? How is he saying to you, this is how we're going to approach it?
Reps, really. Working at it and not just understanding my job, but understanding the bigger picture of the play and the offense. Not just doing things, but why am I doing it? And that goes into the details, everything. He's helped me a lot with that. I can know, what I'm doing, the other tackle, both the guards, the center, like everybody. I feel like if all 5 of us can have that understanding of the play, then the execution is easier. So I think that's the main thing with me.
Tristan, how much more comfortable do you feel doing that new experience under your belt now? How different is kind of spring ball now?
Yes, sir. I feel a lot more comfortable. The experience is everything. When you play the games, you've gone against really good pass rushers, and you trial and error. You seen, okay, this is what works for me. Sorry, this is what doesn't work for me, and I can just build off that, and trying to, now that I have like a base of what my skill set is, I can just keep trying to learn from others. Learn from Blake, learn from everybody, Marcus, Colin. And their different stuff, watch their pass sets, even though it's in different positions, just try to absorb all the knowledge I can and build off of that base skill set that I developed last year. Yes, sir. Yeah, I asked him, like, I told him he should have told me about Laramie Tunsil because, like, I ask him all the time, and I'm always trying to watch it. Like, there's a cut-up of Laramie from his last season, and I watch it all the time, and his stance is so consistent, and on every single play, like, his punch is landing in the same exact spot, and you can always see his numbers, meaning he's square, so he's not vulnerable to twists. He's always in a strong base. That's when I picked up to him, and just his consistency, and that's something I'm trying to be better at as I'm getting older. I want to be a more consistent guy. I want to be a leader on my team. I want to give my team everything, and I want to make that as authentic as possible, and give them a guy, be a leader that's doing what I'm preaching about. Trying to be as consistent as possible and being authentic.
Go 1 or 2 more for Tristan, but hesitate not to it works.
I just wanted to ask about Ryan Linthicum. Like, you had a game in with you.
Mhm.
You had new power hour, then new power hour.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, you had a way to turn it into. So, like, what have you seen in terms of his growth? And do you feel like he's ready to kind of understand?
Absolutely. I've seen hunger from him, honestly. Like you said, we were both scout team guys. We were both on Power Hour. So, no, we've gone, from that pride to purple to orange. Obviously his was a year later because Putnam just left. But I've seen a lot of growth from him. I've seen a lot of maturity from him. And I have no doubt he's ready to take that step and be that guy.
I just wanted to ask you kind of the same question I asked like about the college football game, bigger game. Is that something you played growing up, and is that something that you're looking forward to?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Me and my brother played that all the time. My dad played at Virginia. I know I told y'all that. So I was like, I'm going to give Virginia a national championship on there. So, yeah, that was my favorite game, to be honest. Yeah.